Hello, hello! Today we're going to be doing Zeta lesson 23, any fraction to a decimal and a percentage. Now this sounds like it could be a hard thing, but trust me, you've been doing this all along. It's just dividing into decimals. Don't worry, I shall explain. Okay, so the first thing I want to explain is right here we have 1/4, right? We know this is 1/4. We know it is 1/4 of a circle, square, 1/4 of a line. We can count it as anything. But mainly, we're looking at the numerator, the denominator. What does that line mean? If we remember, I talked about this earlier in the year, it means divided by. So if I'm really looking at this problem, I'm looking and it's actually 1 divided by 4. So if I were to do this exactly as it is, I'm going to do my division problem. 1/4 is 1 divided by 4. Now, if we remember what we've been learning about, can I put 4 into 1? No, I need to put my point in and add my 0. I shoot up. Now we know immediately this is going to be a decimal. How many 4s go into 10? 2, which is 8. 2, I can add as many zeros as I need to. Drop my 0. How many 4s go into 20? 5. Oh, 0.25, and yes, my problem is over. 0.25. Now, if I have 0.25, so I turn my fraction, 1/4 was my beginning fraction, I turned it into a decimal. What would it look like as a percent? 0.25? It would be 25%. Remember, this is out of 100. This is in the hundredths place. Alright, so it's out of 100, which automatically means it turns into a percentage if you need it to. Alright, so today's lesson is mainly on turning fractions into decimals and percentages. We've already done this before. They're just going to show you a few more things because we've learned a few more things about repeated numbers and about how to stop and write our, I know like 2 weeks ago, that really tough lesson, that annoying one where we had the 4 options. This is where this one comes in handy just to know. Alright, so that was number 1. Example 2, if we have the fraction 2/3. Now, it's 2/3, but how would we actually say this? For our problem, 2 divided by 3. So that means I'm going to do my 2 divided by 3. Okay, so I will get my decimal. How many 3's go into 2? None. Put my point, 0. How many 3's go into 20? 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 2. Drop my 0. Oh, 20 again. 6. Oh no, 20 again. So what have we deduced here? What do we know? It's going to just be 0.6 repeating. You're only going to get the same number every time. So there's 2 ways we can do this. The first one being you can just do 0.6 with the line over it. But if they ask you for percentage, how could we write that as a percent? We're going to have to keep going. So we have, right now we're at 0.66. And if I did it one more time, it would be 1 more 6, minus 18. Wait. 0.66. Nope. Okay, I can stop right there. Okay, so, don't want to ruin you. Sorry. So, here we had 0.66. We're stopping in the hundredths, but it's going to just be like we're stopping with our division. We have our number that can be for percentage, but it's not precise. So could we have 666%? No, that would be 6.66. That's 666%. So that won't work. All we're wanting is a percentage. So that means I would do 0.66 and I have my 2/3, same as that 2 weeks ago. That was one of my options to where I could stop after the hundredths place and just tack on my fraction at the end. So 0.66 and 2/3, or now I'm able to have my percentage. And I could write 66 and 2/3%. Alright, so it will probably tell you in the directions. I don't have the paper in front of me, I'd love to look at it, but it will tell you I want the precise number, or transform 2/3 into a decimal and a percentage. That's what it's asking me right here. Transform 2/3 into a decimal and a percentage. If it only tells you decimal and it had the repeating number, you could just put that and it'd be done. But no, they wanted percentage. So you have to stop at the hundredths place, see your remainder, and tack it on. Okay? And don't forget, for your percentage, there doesn't need to be any decimals, only for our decimal numbers. Alright? Our next one, let's see here. It says, alright, it says transform 3/7 into a decimal and a percentage. 3/7. Alright, so we say 3/7. How would we write it? 3 divided by 7. 3, oh, I have to get a new pen in a sec. Divided by 7. How many 7s go into 3? None. So I'm going to have to immediately put my point, put my 0. How many 7s go into 30? 4, which is 28. 2, put my 0. How many 7s go into 20? 2, 14, 6, 0. Wait a sec, do I have to even do that? No, because all we need to do is our percentage and our decimal. I don't even have to finish the problem all the way down until I solve it out. I don't have to. All I have to do is get to the hundredths place and have my leftover. If you don't have a leftover, woohoo, score. You don't have to do your fraction. But in this case, it's lucky because we get to stop. It's not long division anymore. It's not this big old long problem. We don't have to do that anymore. Whenever you're doing percentage and decimal, you get to stop. Yes. Alright, so here we have our 6/7. So we're at 0.42 and 6/7. Now how would we write this as a percentage? All we would have to write is 42 and 6/7%. Alright, so this is easier in the sense that we don't have to do all that horrible long division, but it's also harder in just one sense, that you have to remember to stop at the hundredths place. I even have a hard time, obviously. I'm having a hard time stopping and remembering every time, and I have to go, oh wait, no, I'm stopping. Alright, so just remember, go slow. I don't know if it has you check or anything. I don't think so. So score on that. But just go slow. Once you're done, look at the answers. Let's see here, and I think my last one I'll do is I'll do 5/8. Now 5/8, but what is it for our problem? Turn 5/8 into a decimal and a percentage. 5 divided by 8. How many 8s go into 5? None. Immediately put my point. My point shoots up and I can add a 0. How many 8s go into 50? 6. 48. 2, drop my 0. How many 8s go into 20? I have 2. Okay. Now, I remembered this time I get to stop. I get to be done. Alright, they're just asking me for my percentage and decimal. I get to be done. Now I get to look and see, okay, 4/8, but, oh, something can be changed. No matter what, you can always reduce. Now you're at the point. If you ever see something that needs to be reduced, reduce it, because it's going to be reduced in the answer in the book. 4/8 turns into half. It reduces, 4/8 reduces down to half. Alright? So it's 0.62 and a half is your decimal. And what's your percentage? 62.5%. Alright? So just remember the whole main scope, the meat of the potato that I want you to learn today is 5 divided by, this line means divided by 8. 5 divided by 8. Don't get them confused, because everybody always wants to put this first number here. Just think about what you're saying. 5 divided by 8. Who's doing the dividing? Who's going in the problem? The 8. Alright? So 5 divided by 8. That's the first meat of the potato, is the line. The second one is you get to stop at the hundredths place and just put your extra there. What is that? Remainder. You get to put your remainder in fraction form, okay? All this is easy. This part's easy to me. It's just the stopping and the correct dividing by. Those are the only things that'll really mess you up because you're super smart, alright? So, you got this. I know you got this. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them for you, okay? Have a good day. I'll talk to you later, alright? Bye.